When I was about 30, I was a successful businessman. I was sure that the more money I made, the happier my family would be. However, the more I earned, the less I saw my wife and children. Trying to provide my family with the best food, water, air, I realized that in the city it is impossible to do this. For any amount of money, you will not find clean air in the city. No matter how much you earn, your children breathe the same air as a drunken outcast sleeping under a bridge. I wanted to provide my children with the best education and healthy environment for quality communication and evolution. But it turned out that the best school educates only the best consumers. All teaching materials are written in the Ministry of Truth. The quality of textbooks, to put it mildly, wants to be the best. And you can't influence your social circle in any way because it is completely influenced by the urban environment of total consumption. And you don't choose your neighbors, classmates, teachers, colleagues. Choice without choice. But a human differs from a sheep in that a human is capable of creating the world in which people live. Therefore, realizing the lies of the system, we decided to completely change our life. In 2012, we left the city and began to build our own system, living off-grid in nature. Hi, I am Carpathian, teacher, designer, permaculture consultant, writer, traveler, researcher, and a journalist. I am one of the founders of the special natural reserve Biopolis, on the territory of which the International Carpathian Research and Educational Permaculture Center is located. Here, in the Ukrainian Carpathians, in addition to milking goats, making delicious and varied cheeses, and ghee from a goat cream butter, we raise a unique breed of pigs, restore the endangered breed of Hutzul horses, produce flour and berry wine, teas and spices, and create exclusive creams for healthy and useful skin. Educational toys for children. In addition to all these, we here solve world problems, issues of sustainable evolution, ensure food security, restore springs and plant forests. We demonstrate permaculture as an ethical life science and show people that they can live in ways that benefit the environment through renewable energy, natural biological waste systems, smart housing. We, humanity, are doomed if we do not change our behavior, if we do not consciously reduce and optimize our level of consumption. Then, very soon, faster than you can imagine, we will have to live in exceptional deprivation, without access to clean water, air, and quality food. Yes, people are starting to pay attention to those who live in harmony with nature, but very, very few are able really to do something, to consciously change their own lives for the better. Orwell's world has already arrived. Wars, biorobots, whom to talk to, how to live tomorrow, banking crisis, blocking of accounts, hunger, food from beetles, destruction of nature, lack of drinking water, social ratings, 15-minute prison cities, total control. You will have nothing and you will be happy. We will make you happy. What to do? Is there a way out? Yes, another world is possible. We create protected areas to live freely, enjoy, surrounded by friends and the beauty of nature. We are not hermits, not a sect, not a labor community. We create biospheral settlements around the world. Come to the Carpathians for the 6th International Biospheral Forum. You will see everything with your own eyes. You will learn to provide yourself with everything you need. You can educate your children. You will be filled with energy and inspiration, and you will understand how wonderful your life can be. And life will change in any case. Are you ready for this or not? It won't be very pleasant. The situation is incredibly serious. Capitalism, which has taken over the planet, is impossible without revolutions, upheavals, blood, wars, and economic crisis. It needs them like air. They are integral part of the capitalism because they help to redistribute resources, change owners, and keep people in fear and ignorance. All sorts of crises are piling up one after another. Obviously, there is a climate crisis, and we are entering an era of floods and droughts. There is a fuel crisis, a financial crisis, a food security crisis, a crisis of soil erosion as a consequence of deforestation, and what agriculture leaves behind: the scorched earth, the bare soil, raped by deep plowing, killed by poisons. And forest management makes the mountains bald, so the rainwater flows too quickly and hurricanes intensify. We should add here pandemics, GMO products, insect food, deprivation of human rights, the water crisis, and especially water pollution. There are so many crises, and at the center of all these hurricane of crises is you, the human, irresponsible, ugly, ignorant, selfish, and intimidated. Can we change this? What can we do? We can solve this problem, and all these problems, only in one way. We need to coordinate and synchronize our actions with the natural system so that we become the most useful element on Earth and not the most destructive. When I was about 30, I was a successful businessman. I was sure that the more money I made, the happier my family would be. However, the more I earned, the less I saw my wife and children. Trying to provide my family with the best food, water, air, I realized that in the city it is impossible to do this. For any amount of money, you will not find clean air in the city. No matter how much you earn, your children breathe the same air as a drunken outcast sleeping under a bridge. I wanted to provide my children with the best education and healthy environment for quality communication and evolution. But it turned out that the best school educates only the best consumers. All teaching materials are written in the Ministry of Truth. The quality of textbooks, to put it mildly, wants to be the best. And you can't influence your social circle in any way because it is completely influenced by the urban environment of total consumption. And you don't choose your neighbors, classmates, teachers, colleagues. Choice without choice. But a human differs from a sheep in that a human is capable of creating the world in which people live. Therefore, realizing the lies of the system, we decided to completely change our life. In 2012, we left the city and began to build our own system, living off-grid in nature. For 12 years, we have experienced a lot, many difficulties and challenges, but we didn't disappoint and didn't give up. I studied with Bill Mollison, Jeff Lawton, Zeb Holzer. I was initiated by Altai shamans. I know there is a solution that will provide us with the resources and materials that are absolutely necessary for an ongoing sustainable life, allowing humans to become the most useful element on Earth rather than the most destructive. So the old life, the old world, and even the Ukraine that you knew are no longer there and will never be. Only new shocks are brewing all around. The old world is being destroyed, on the ruins of which the new world order is being created. There will be a storm. We can't change this. The only question is where you will be. Everything that happens, wars, mobilization, and even pandemic, everything is a game. Everything is an offer. That is an offer to play. Your right and will is to take part in the game, accept its terms or refuse, offering your own game and your own rules. Faith, hope, love are slogans for losers. There is no place for hope in our reality today. Let's kill it first. Faith is unreliable because it is based on ignorance. Love remains, and it has always been and always will be. This is a kind of key to understanding what is happening, measure instrument of this reality. Love is light. Illuminating with it any offers proposed to you, you will see their essence. Therefore, we will leave love, putting it in the basis, the foundation of our new value system, new life. Love is always a medicine that will help you to get rid of fears. Humanity is being effectively controlled through fear. Here just a few that we have passed through and left behind, leaving them to those parasites who slip them into the consciousness of humanity. To Caesar what is Caesar's. Fear of lack of money. Is it possible to survive in nature without money? How not to go to work? Fear of hunger. Where can I get food and water? Fear of homelessness. How can you build your own home instead of renting an apartment or signing up for a mortgage? Safe of family and children. What if a bear comes and eats everyone, or they will come and take away the land? Fear of illness, fear of lack of education, and many others. Fears that paralyze your will and prevent you from living the game. Leaving fears to their creators, strengthening love in your heart. You come to trust everything that happens. Trust is based on the fact that no matter what happens, it must be so. The main thing you can do is the right conclusion. After all, life is not just a game. It is a school for the soul. After all, it is not without reason that you are embodied here in this dimension. Entire generations of your ancestors lived and died just for you to come here to play. And what? It all in vain? Did you really come here to be mobilized and die on the battlefield for the interests of oligarchs, politicians, and globalists playing their game? Or to work as a tram driver all your life, never going on a trip and never seeing this world? By choosing your game, you immediately receive a carte blanche, a whole bank of opportunities, challenges, experience, knowledge, joy of life, and adrenaline on the playing field. You yourself regulate the number of bonuses for the next victory and the level of punishment for a mistake. Life is getting interesting. It is filled with meaning. And most important, if you stop living on the territory, in the state, without the framework of your nationality, citizenship, religion, profession, you become free. 1,000,000 doors, thousands of life routes open before you. Choose wisely and thoughtfully. Change your choice and play again. And by choosing life in nature, you also choose the path of harmony with the world around you. And here in nature, everything is stable. The change of seasons of the year, time of day, the singing of birds, the murmuring of a stream, a sea wave, raindrops, the autumn harvest, the evolution of children, winter cold and summer heat. These are the fundamentals of the game on the planet that no one can change. And by agreeing with them, taking them as a basis, you can build your game, your system. If this resonates with you and you're ready to change your life, we're ready to help you with this. Come in to the Carpathians in Beopolis this June 2024 for the 6th International Biospheral Forum. Enroll in the Malfar School and take online training wherever you live. Take the kids and come to relax and retreat with us at BioSuite. Take your soulmate and come to reboot with our unique retreat program. You can start your own new, positive, conscious game. All will be good.